So last week I was approached by a construction company. They do roofing and siding for residential homes in the area, and they're looking for someone to essentially just be the D-Rock to their Gary V. So they want a videographer who's going to follow them around to job sites or in the office and create not only curated content based on specific topics, but also just sort of following them around and documenting the day and what their different job sites look like at any given time. But the downside to that is it's kind of like an on-call job, right? I've got to be ready to go to a job site any given day, which is a little bit of a challenge for me because I want the freedom and the flexibility to be able to take on additional clients. So I'm going to show you the proposal that I'm pitching to them as a retainer that's basically going to allow me up to a certain amount of hours each month. I've never done this before. I'm a little intimidated, so I'd be curious to hear your feedback. But essentially, I'm pitching 3 retainer packages. Each one is kind of based on my day rate. So I'm just kind of taking, my day rate is $800 a day, and it's based on, an 8 to 10 hour shoot day. It includes all my gear and everything. So I'm basically just taking that 800, doubling it to give them 20 hours per month. And it would include all the curated and documented footage that they're looking for, talking head and B-roll. And then I basically, just took that and broke it out into 3 options with, 30 hours a month or 40 hours a month. Look, that really only gives you like 4 5-hour days or, 3 10-hour days a month or whatever, however they want to space it out. So it still kind of gives me flexibility each week and each month to take on other jobs. And I put in a stipulation here that, all the content capture should be planned at least 1 to 2 weeks in advance. The idea would be to hop on a call with them every couple of weeks and sort of map out a basic look of the schedule, no matter what retainer package they pick. So that's my plan for this client. I honestly have no idea how it's going to go, but we're going to send this off in a little while and see what they come back with. And I will let you guys know. Nice. So today we are taking a page out of Tommy Beal's book. I recently saw a video from him where he was driving around his area and he had his camera with him and he was just going door to door, basically pitching his services to big businesses. And that is kind of what we're going to be doing today. My approach is really going to be to target more of the small and mid-sized businesses because they're, quite frankly, the ones I feel like need the help the most. The budget might not be there for lots of work, but it's good to at least get myself out there, let them know that, hey, there's a videographer in your area that's willing to do some work with you. So while I've been freelancing for a couple of years now, the majority of that work has been through an agency and serving their clients. I don't really have a strong client base of my own, and it's really cool to see the freelancing community starting to share more of these vlogs and more of this behind the scenes content, because it's kind of made me realize that a lot of us are in the same boat, whether that's not being sure of where our next paycheck is coming from to, really struggling to find clients or price gigs or just going to different networking events, things like that. It's really neat to just know that there's a lot of other people out there in my same situation. So it's given me the confidence to be a little bit more transparent on here and to show you guys the ups and the downs and the struggles and everything that I'm going through. So it's been really cool to see that. All right, so first up we have this restaurant that just opened up a few months back. They've got a huge following on social media already. I think they got like 8,000 followers on their Instagram page, and they post a lot of cool food photography and reels and things like that. But the reels, you can tell they're just taken on a cell phone. So while that's not necessarily a bad thing, I figured it couldn't hurt to sort of pitch my services to do more high quality production value, whether it's, showcasing different meals or doing some sort of like documentary style videos of like why they chose to open this location, why here, things like that. as like a one-off promo. We'll see how it goes. Not a total bust. They didn't have time to chat with me now, but I gave them my sticker with all of my contact information written on there. They said that they're gonna put it on file, and if they need anybody, they, you know, would give me a call. And now I'm getting ready to head into stop number 2, which happens to be just a little bit further down the road. So a little bit more luck with the breakfast place. I was able to talk to the manager who said they have a 3rd anniversary coming up and they may be interested in doing some video work for that. I was able to leave my contact information with him. I was able to talk with him a little bit about what it is I do, and told him that, you know, I'm actually friends with the guy who does his print and graphic design work. Shout out Tutu Creative and John. I'm feeling pretty hopeful about that one, and I think something good might come of it. Actually on my way now to a meeting with an animal shelter. I met one of their employees at the networking event that I talked about in my last vlog, and she was very interested in doing some video work. So I'm gonna meet with her and get a tour of the facility today. It should be fun. I'm interested to see what kind of work she's interested in doing and how we can maybe partner together. We just wrapped up at the shelter and that was fantastic. Got to take a tour of the facility, and we're definitely gonna be working together. I'm gonna actually, because they're a nonprofit, I'm gonna donate a documentary package for them. Just a, you know, 5-minute video that highlights how awesome they are since they've been around for 75 years doing this. I'm really excited about it. They seem really excited about it. And then we're gonna figure out something that makes sense for us to work together on other video content as well. So I finally heard back from the construction company that I sent the retainer proposal to, and they weren't sure how many hours a month that they needed. So I just kind of said, hey, listen, like, why don't we start with the 20-hour a month package, okay? Every job site's gonna be different. I may need, you know, 2 hours at one, or I may only need half hour at another. But I'm fairly confident that 20-hour a month package is going to get you what you need. If you feel the need to bump up into more time, then we can do that. But for right now, let's start with the 20 hours a month. I'll keep track of all the time. He said, let's do it. So I am getting ready to send off the contract and the first invoice now, and we are looking to start shooting within the next few weeks. So I'm super stoked on that. And you know, that's more jobs for me to take you guys on and show you the behind the scenes work that I'm doing. And sent. All right, so we officially have 2 contracts sent out. We have 2 proposals that are out, one of which got back to me and said that they want to start a plan in Q2, and we are going to be working with that animal shelter for, you know, a donated pro bono video for them, and then hopefully some more social media services down the line. But most of those contacts all came from one networking event. So I think that's really cool, and it speaks to the power that networking with other people has, and it's definitely something that I'm going to continue doing as long as I'm available for different events and opportunities that come up. And hopefully more people see the need for my work and the value in my work, and they want to work with me.